Shastra Pramana. We will first be chanting the Shastra Pramana for the power of remote vision.
Vyomakaram samatmanam dhyayedigviranavritam nirashraya chiti shakti swarupam darshaye tada.
Cognize yourself as in the form of Vyomakara, in the form of a vast etheric space. And thus, the power of Chiti Shakti, the supreme consciousness, reveals and unfolds herself through you. And the next is Apta Pramana, where we all know from Mahabharata, where Sanjaya, sitting in the palace thousands of miles away from the war field, Sanjaya narrates the happenings of the war, the interactions and conversations to Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya's power of remote vision and remote hearing is awakened by Bhagavan Vedavyasa, after which he was able to narrate it to Dhritarashtra. And next is the Atma Pramana, where from the life of the young avatar, Swamiji was just about 9 or 10 years old. One day when one of the police officers come to Sri Narayana Swami Tata and request for a thief to be found, Narayana Swami Tata immediately turned towards the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and tells the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to scan. And Swamiji scans, sees the whereabouts of the thief in the mirror, shows the same to the policeman, after which the policeman identified exactly the thief, catch the thief red-handed in the spot as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And next is the Pramanas for the power of body scanning. Yes, we have many of you are requesting for remote vision as well. Yes, we will be doing that. For the power of body scanning, we will now be chanting the Shastra Pramana.
Swadehe jagato vape sukshma sukshmatarani cha tatvani yani nilayam dhyattvante vyajyate para.
Please read for this slide.
Cognize deeply that from subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of the body, Swadeha, or of the whole same source. And with this, you will be able to scan, you will be able to see any information that you want. So this is the power of, this is the Shastra Pramana for power of body scanning. The Apta Pramana is where once when someone came with a headache to Sage Agastya, he just turned towards his disciple and instructs his disciple to scan. And then the disciple scans and sees that there's a toad stuck in the brain of the disciple and in the brain of the person who has come. So the disciple performs an open head surgery and removes the toad and therefore heals that person. So this is a Shastra Pramana that we have, and this is from the life of the great Apta, Terayar. The next is the Atma Pramana, even in Swamiji's own life, throughout never Swamiji has been to the hospital for Swamiji, some sickness or anything. This only for or when the anti-Hindu elements had poisoned Swamiji's body, even at that time. Swamiji saw through his third eye, scanned the body and told where all the imbalances, and went to the medical check just for confirmation of all these. So this is the Pramana that we have for the power of body scanning. Yes. The next, so this is Atma Pramana that we have.
And now we are going to be witnessing the Sakshi Pramana, the live Sakshi Pramana. And without further ado, let's get started. We have with us, joining with us, the Nityananda Yogis and Balasans from Nityananda Gurukul. Now, I'm just going to read out who all have requested for body scanning and remote vision. Actually, we're going to be having the Balasans.
I actually request Ma Charu, Ma Ananda Nayagi, Ma Ramya Ganesh. Since you all have posted above, and I'm also seeing that Ma Ananda Turti, Amanda Turti, Ma Mihri is still there in the comment. I just wanted to check if Ma Charu, Ma Ananda Nayagi, and Ramya Ganesh, if you all are still tuned in, please kindly acknowledge it in the comment section so that way we can start scanning your body since you all came early, requested early. And we're also having for remote vision, we have Pinky, Lakshmi Pant. Lakshmi Pant has requested for a remote vision.
And we also have Kandanaya, who has requested for my living room, for Aya's living room to be scanned. All right. Yes, we will definitely manifest this for you. Ma Lakshmi Pant and Kandanaya, please stay tuned. We will be manifesting the power of remote vision for you.
And looks like Ma Ramya Ganesh is also there for body scanning.
Yes.
She has requested earlier. So Ma Mehdi is there. Ma Ramya Ganesh is also there. Ma Charu is also there.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So
all right. So now we have joining with us Manitya Jayeshananda, Manitya Mahavidyananda, Manitya Yoga Pranananda, and Manitya Paramapriyananda. So we have actually Manitya Mahavidyananda is I'll just request Manitya Mahavidyananda to just introduce herself to you. She's not just a Balasan, she's a sannyasi as well. She's a sannyasi. And yes, you can go ahead and just introduce yourself, Ma.
So, Nityananda, everyone, a very warm welcome to all joining us here for Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings. My name is Manitya Mahavidyananda, and I'm a sannyasi in the Nityananda order and a former professor from University of Washington in aerospace engineering. And my research has been in loss of control aircraft accidents and preventing lives. And I came to Swamiji and came to know about Swamiji really their awakening of 2016. And the immediate click was how we make decisions in engineering with limited knowledge is actually such a false way of identifying anything we do. Without the power manifestation and the science of third eye, we know such limited information about everything that is happening around us. And with that information, we are making very critical decisions about life. That really astonished me actually to a point where I was really stumbled on how this science that Swamiji is sharing with all of us is not made available to everyone. It's the most beautiful and the thing that every Balasan, every child on planet Earth and every life needs to be told about. That first, you need the science of the third eye. You need to be able to see everything that's happening and then make the right decision. Only then will we have safer systems, whether it's engineering, medicine, or any kind of technology that we're talking about. Without that, we will always run into accidents and only probabilities, not safer possibilities. So that itself was, too much of an awakening call that immediately I decided with some of these blessings to be part of the mission, and with his blessings I'm here being able to speak to you on this platform.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Very, very
popular. Nice to have you here. Someone from the aerospace engineering and so successful in the career has dropped all those and just chose the path of sannyas, because that is the royal path to enlightenment. Yes. So wonderful. And now we are going to be entering into the power manifestation. So we have Ma Ramya Ganesh and Ma Charu, Ma Ananda Nayagi, and Ma Amanda Atilti, for people for the power of body scanning.
So Ma Nitya Paramapriyananda, you can scan Ma Charu. You can do a body scanning for Ma Charu. Ma Nitya Jayeshananda, you can do the body scanning for Ma Ananda Nayagi. And Ma Nitya Tattvapriyananda will be doing the body scanning for Ma Ramya Ganesh. And Ma Mihri, I will be scanning you, Ma. And we have Ma Nitya Yoga Pranananda and Ma Nitya Mahavidyananda who are going to be manifesting the power of remote vision. So Ma Yoga Prana, you can scan Kannan Aya's living room. He had asked specifically for Kannan Aya's living room. And Ma Nitya Mahavidyananda, you can scan Lakshmi Pant's house. So she had requested for a remote vision as well. So I'll just repeat the names of the volunteers. So Ma Lakshmi Pant, Ma Mahavidyananda is scanning you for remote vision. For Ma Yoga, for Kannan Aya, Kannan, yes. Ma Nitya Yoga Pranananda is scanning your living room, Aya. And Ma Nitya Jayeshananda is scanning Ma Ananda Nayagi. She's doing the body scanning. For Ma Ramya Ganesh, Ma Nitya Tattvapriyananda is doing the body scanning. And Ma Charu, Ma Nitya Paramapriyananda is doing body scanning for you. And Nitya Ma Mihri, Ma Amanda, I will do the body scanning for you. Now, all of you, all the others that are watching this, please understand the Balasans and Nityananda Yogis are sitting somewhere, all of us, somewhere in Adi Kailash, we're all here in Bangalore and thousands of miles far away from the people who are requesting for body scanning or remote vision. But independent of all of that, just through the power of the third eye, the Balasins and Nityananda yogis are able to scan just with the initiation of the Supreme Pontiff and tell and reveal their whereabouts in details.
So now let's enter into the manifestation. Actually, I just wanted to share with you Ramya Ganesh. So this is what Parameshwar revealed in my third Ma. So I saw that one, you're having a lot of actually fat is settling in your body. And if you see in your lower stomach, there'll be more, but like it's more heavier, and lot of fat is settling in your system. And I'm also seeing that this part, the lower, the chin part is also becoming bigger, and the face feels slightly droopier, and you feel this lower part is heavy. And if you generally itself see, the tiredness in your body has increased like anything. Like for no reason, you'll just feel tired. And anytime you eat, the first response of your body is tiredness. It doesn't matter how much you eat, but the moment you eat, the first response of your body is tiredness. And I'm also seeing a lot of mucus production in your system. And you would have been having, you were having quite a lot of cough and a lot of phlegm that's inside you. And I'm also seeing that this is all caused because of unnecessary stress that you are causing for yourself. One, there is so much of anxiety and fear inside you. Anxiety and fear about your relationships, anxiety and fear about your health. Both of these are affecting you very badly. And you are continuously having a deep feeling, a suffocation inside you, called which is on feeling extremely low about yourself, terming yourself as a failure. That is the only thing which is causing this, and that is the only thing that's causing so much of stress in your body. The muscle spasm that you are experiencing on both your shoulders behind, this on the top part, is also because of this. You feel that you're a failure inside you, it's like a low cognition continuously that pushes you down, and at the same time you feel like so much of load is on you. That is the only reason that you get very frequently muscle spasm on both your shoulders, and there is a lot of this water retention starting in your body. That is because you feel like if you just observe in your life, you have this pattern where you keep storing things, even though they might not be any use for you right now, or you might have not even used it for months, but you'll keep storing it. There's a kind of insecurity. The same pattern is reflects even in the food for you. So only when this cognition gets completed, only when this idea that you have about yourself, the pattern that you are having for yourself to beat yourself down, only when you come out of that, you will suddenly see like a huge weight loss starts happening for you. Suddenly you start becoming healthy. It's not just about workouts. It's not just about the diets, but it is about this cognition that is getting changed. If you see, every time you feel happier, you'll suddenly feel like your whole face has slightly slimmed down. You can share in the comments now how much you're able to relate with what I'm sharing. This is what Parameshwar revealed. And this one thing that Parameshwar revealed was, anything that you have not used for the last 6 months, kindly declutter from all those items, give it away to people, or throw it away, give it away to people. Do not have those items. Break that pattern consciously and come and sit in every Shakti Pada possible, every darshan as much as possible, because that energy that is getting infused inside you is going to completely heal your bio memory, which is right now having a lot of incompletion with your mother, where you feel that your mother loved you but didn't love you enough. You always felt like she loves you too much, but you still feel unloved. There's a conflicting, contradictory thought current which is sitting inside you, which is a source of all these. So just come, and with the grace and blessings of the Cosmic Mother, that will be complete, therefore resulting in a complete completion inside you. You can now post in the comments how much you were able to relate.
Ramya Ganesh, this was for you. So please do get back to us. How much of it you were able to relate to? Yes. So the Nityananda yogis who are ready can go ahead and start sharing. Manitya Paramapriyananda, if you're ready, you can go ahead and start.
Yes. So, yes, I'm ready, and I did a scanning of the living room of Kannanaya, and Paramashiva revealed that it's the living room of Aya's house is mostly a green, like the olive green and gray color, gray shade, and there's also yellow parts, and it's not a normal, like one whole side of the wall is painted with floral designs, but it's like in diamonds and flowers, so both shapes and floral design together, and it's also not one side of the wall also is tiles. As the wall, it's tiles, and it's of the olive green, white, and it's not like pure white, it's a peachish white shade, and also yellow. And Parmeshwara also will dyed green. And there's a long table in Aya's living room with a big carpet. The carpet out, the border is like dark red shade, and as it goes inside, it becomes a lighter shade of red and orange together, and brown in the middle. And there's like a beautiful view of many trees and plants from Aya's living room. I was able to see it's like many windows, and compared to the other rooms and compared to all the windows in the house, these windows are lower but much bigger. It's like just a view. It's like that. It's many windows together, and yeah, it's a very beautiful living room. And I was also able to see a two-sided wooden door. So it's not like a normal door, two-sided, and that also is a transparent glass, so you can see through outside the living room. This is how Parameshwar Aya's living room.
Beautiful. So Kannanaya, this was Ma Yoga Prana had visited your living room through her third eye, and she has described it for you. So please do let us know. Get back to us in the comment section if you are able to get to it. And yes, Ma Ramya Ganesh has gotten back. She says every word you said is true, Ma. I do not know how to thank Swamiji and you. Every single word is true, 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 Ma. Wow, that was beautiful. Yes, thank you so much, Ma Ramya Ganesh, for getting back to us. Do follow the solution also. And Kannanaya has requested for the solution which is revealed yesterday. That balancing, even if you have to reveal it to you, again, we have to do the third eye body scanning and do it for you, Aya. So maybe in further segments, we can do it for the sessions, the further days, we can do it, Aya. So, but please do get back to us about the power of remote vision, what Ma Yoga just manifested it for you. Yes, Manitya Mahavidya, would you like to go ahead and share? Oh, Ma Yoga Prana, please add.
Yes, and Paramashiva also revealed that right now the weather is like the sun is not out. It has been drizzling. Just stopped raining. The weather, it's like that right now. That's what Paramashiva revealed.
All right. So yes, currently you can get back to the whole scanning, the whole of the remote vision. You can share how much of it you were able to relate to. And yes, Ma Mahavidya, you can go ahead, Ma.
So Nityananda, so this is remote vision for Ma Lakshmi. Ma Lakshmi, thank you so much.
Mahavidya, possible to be more louder, Ma? Sorry, your voice is not.
My apologies. Sorry. So this is a remote vision for Ma Lakshmi Fun. Ma Lakshmi, thank you so much. So Paramashiva has revealed a very beautiful apartment, and so just trying to describe the layout to you as Paramashiva revealed to me. It's rectangular in, so this is like how you walk in. The living room on that side, you have the dining area towards as you walk in. On the further right, as you're walking in, on the right is the kitchen and the bedrooms. Opposite the kitchen is one bedroom and two other bedrooms on the other end of the house. The family, very beautifully, Paramashiva shows that family loves to actually eat together closer to the kitchen. The main dining area that we have as you enter is not used so much. There's also a little seating area that you have near your kitchen, and you enjoy cooking for most of family. In fact, there's also Paramashiva showing a and what else is there is some seepage happening from the roof on some of the corners of the house, especially the room which is when you go further right, the one that is next to the kitchen. If you look up, there's a little bit of a water seepage that is going on, and you can talk to the people above you and consider white cement as a solution, is what Paramashiva revealed. And another thing that was specifically revealed was water for your house. So you tend to store it, which is fine, but just try to keep it safe and keep it purified. And so again, your rooms are very beautifully laid out. And one more thing that was revealed is there's bigger wall paintings on any gaps. So as you walk in, there's the kitchen, the opposite room, and then there's the wall that goes to the next. You have nicer, larger wall paintings. So this was the most prominent things Paramashiva revealed. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Ma Lakshmi Pant, please do get back to us in the comment section if you're able to relate to it. Kananaya has gotten back and he says, yes, there's no carpet in my living room, but one of my bedroom is painted with olive green, and she says his scan is almost correct. So thank you so much, Aya. Actually, you can see one thing I really wanted to share with all viewers is in the last few days, we can see how it is not just describing, saying there's this place, there's sofa or something of that sort, but we can see how precisely the number of floors, number of rooms, or be it description of a particular room, or be it the paint color. Olive green is not something often used in a house, right? It's not that common. So we can see how precisely the Balasan is able to scan and reveal that. So it is beautiful. We can see how authentic the science of these extraordinary Shaktis are. So, Ma Lakshmi Pant, you also please to get back to us. Yes, Ma Jayesha and Ma Paramapri, you can also quickly go ahead and share.
Yes. So, and what Paramashiva revealed is that the Ma gets really tired out very fast. Anything that Ma physically does, any physical activity she does, her lungs tends to give out. Like she tires out very quickly. And the reason behind that is because her lungs are too weak. She has to start inhaling and exhaling properly, and she has to start doing pranayama. So that's the only solution for her to start strengthening her lungs. And another thing is that her body is not able to sustain the weight. Slowly, Ma is actually putting on a lot of weight, more than what the body needs. So her body is not getting really adjusted to that. So that is why she is feeling really uncomfortable with her whole body at one point, because sometimes her legs hurt, her body hurts. So what Paramashiva revealed is that she'll have to start incorporating more flexible exercise, more like yoga. More flexibility has to be incorporated. So no matter what happens to the body, the flexible component is always there, and she will not be facing these body issues. And these are the only two revelations Paramashiva had showed. Yes.
Yeah, and we also have Ma Lakshmi Pant, who has gotten back telling correct description of my house. Thank you, Master. Thank you so much, Ma Mahavidya. So detailedly, so beautifully described, and it looks like everything is correct.
So, Ma Ananda Nayagi, please do get back to us in the comment section. This body scanning was for you, Ma Ananda Nayagi. So please do get back to us. Yes, Ma Nitya Paramapriyananda, would you like to go ahead and share?
Yes. Just before that, sorry to interrupt, I would like to add on to Ma Jayesha's scanning. Just while she was scanning, Paramashiva just suddenly revealed through my third eye that Ma Anandanayaki is also experiencing pain because of a muscle pull in her right leg, in the calf muscle. She is experiencing pain because of a muscle pull from past a few days. This is what Paramashiva revealed. And Paramashiva revealed the solution is that it will be healed. All she has to do is just to walk around more, and it will get healed by itself. It's just because her body is really stiff. Any physical activity she does, she gets tired out, is one Majesh's scan. Paramashiva revealed because her body is really stiff and she doesn't do work usually. So because of that, anything she does suddenly, she gets really tired out. This is what I just wanted to add on.
So Ma Anandanayagi, this is also for you. So please to get back to us for both the scanning. Ma Lakshmi Pant added saying exactly same vision you have seen. Thank you, Ma. Correct description of my house. So she said what you saw is exactly the same as in her house. So thank you so much, Ma.
Mahavidya. So now,
Ma Param.
yes, now we are having Ma Paramapriya who's going to be sharing the scanning.
Nityananda,
Go ahead.
I was doing scanning for Ma Charu. So what Paramashiva revealed, the first thing Paramashiva revealed was the water in Ma Charu's house is contaminated. So everything even her drinking, she's bathing with the same water, even the food that she's eating is mixed with this water. So that has to be looked into immediately and resolved. Second thing is, there is a sort of a mucus that is generating there's a bile that is generating for her, especially in her stomach. That is when there's a lot of acidity happening. And the third thing is, for her, while she's breathing, she's not taking as much capacity as she should be, even as a normal human being. Usually, as normal human beings, we don't even use our entire capacity of our lungs. She's using much, much lesser than what we normally do, which will give her walking issues in her future. She'll be walking with a cane in the future if she doesn't take care of this right away. Actually, Paramashiva has revealed that for this kind of a situation, the only thing that needs to be infused immediately is powerful cognitions. Paramashiva has revealed that she has to attend the next Paramashiva season 28-29.
All right.
And I also wanted to add, Ma Charu, one other thing that was revealed in my third eye was you're having a sort of like a bipolar disorder, where if you see multiple times, you will not know, like one face would be totally different from another place, how you are behaving. You will feel like you don't have a control of it. You will feel like there is a two versions of you inside you itself. Many times this will lead you to one experience more of depression, and you're also seeing there is a slight, one eye moves on its, like there's a slight like a parallax effect, like one eye will be stayed and the other eye alone will move slightly and come back. So this is also one other thing that was shown to me in my third eye. And what was the solution also is you have to completely go through a full detox of your cognitions. A complete thorough cognition level acid wash has to be done. And that was a thing that was revealed in my third eye. And as beautifully Ma Paramapriya had also told, I think yes, Paramashivoham would be really helpful for that. But this is what my third eye was revealed, that you need a complete detox of all the cognitions that you're having, because you are continuously going in a very self-destructive way. Continuously, you are trying to destroy yourself in multiple places.
So, Ma Nitya Girijananda has posted the link to Paramashivoham. In case you want to go and look for it, please do visit. The link to Paramashivoham is posted in the comment section. So, Ma Charu, please do get back to us. Ananda Nayagi Ma has gotten back. She says, thanks for scanning. I am having sugar, body tired, all joints pain. So, Ma Jayesh and Ma Yoga Prana, what both of you revealed were correct. And she says, yes, she has that. And that was beautiful. And Ma Ananda Nayagi, please do also follow the solution that was given, Ma. It will definitely give you a beautiful shift in your health. And finally, to Ma Mishri, what I saw was, actually, the pain, the issue that mainly is that the source is in the lower part of your belly. And not having, Ma Mishri, one thing that I saw for you is, Ma, your health improvement. But there are a few things you will see, like your hair is thinning, or your body is becoming dry, and you will experience a little bit of a sort of a confusion or some kind of a stress, right? That's the only thing. And also Swami showed to me that you are in the right path. Do not worry. You need to intensely do completion with relationship dimension of your life, with the cognitions that you have had in the past, where people have left you or people have cheated you. You have trusted someone, you have invested your trust into someone, but they have cheated you. These particular cognitions, the wounds and pain still exist in your system, in your muscles, and that is causing the issue. Only when you complete and release that energy from your muscles, only when that healing happens in your muscles, the whole health will be back. You'll experience immense strength. So, Ma Mishri, please continue doing the completion process, ma. And please do get back to us if you are able to relate to this. But overall, your health is amazingly improving. Do not worry. And just keep doing more and more completion and Kailasa's work. And that itself will bring you the healing and completion. Yes. So this was what we have shared with all of you. And now in the interest of time, actually, we'll have to be going further. There are two more people who will just have to get back to us, Ma Missy and we have Ma Charu. So two of you, please do get back to us in the comment section. We will be watching the comments, but now we will be moving on to the further segments. And we thank everybody who took part, who interacted with us throughout this Shakti Avishkarana. We thank everyone. Please stay tuned. All of you are going to be experiencing these extraordinary Shaktis too in today's program. Okay, Ma Charu is saying, water we have is well water, so it's never tested. My eye left one does feel not right. Thank you, will do. Wow. Ma Paramapriya, you have actually very rightly identified about her water. She says she's never tested it. So it is, and please do check it, Ma. And Ma Paramapriya is saying that it is contaminated. So please do check. And Ma Charu also got back about that one particular eye moving. And she says it does not feel right. So thank you, Ma. And thank you so much, Manitya Tattvapriya. She accurately scanned and told that as well. So thank you so much to all Nityananda Yogis, to all Balachins, and to everybody who participated. We'll now move to the further segments. Thank you, Nityananda.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara, Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built.
So in the next segment of today's program, we are going to share with you about what are Akashic records and Akashic readings. We just witnessed a very beautiful demonstration of the extraordinary powers by the initiated disciples of the Nityananda Gurukul and all the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism manifesting these powers. And you will be manifesting these powers as well today after the darshan and the diksha of the Supreme Pontiff. First, let's understand what are Akashic records. Now, Akashic records are records created in space. Whatever has happened in time is there as a file. Nothing can be destroyed. Understand, none of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything that happened, happening, and will happen. Akashic records are is happening is clearly recorded. Now, how do we use these Akashic records? All the information from all of our births is stored in our head, and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Now, Akashic readings is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, only in the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. In the Akashic records, there is no what we called as happened, and yet to happen are clearly recorded in the Akashic records. Now, in Swamiji's own words, nobody has the right to comment on these readings. Nobody has the right to interpret or manipulate these readings. They are complete unto themselves. Now, for anyone to live in tune with the cosmos, Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. Only an avatar can decode the Akashic records. As an avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has graced humanity with the blessings and the darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to the questions to the earning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference to manifest the powers of Akashic readings, is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma tat kshanat devi Bhairavam vapurapnuyat. Bhagavan Parameshwara says, looking at the spotless, infinite, etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and the powers of the infinite space Bhairava. Next is the Apta Pramana, the reference from the great Hindu epic Mahabharata. In the Hindu Purana, epic and Itihasa Mahabharata narrates the story of the great sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in a human form, and the reasons of all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death. He was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Manduka Muni. The Supreme Point. Now, all the information that we collected in all of our previous births is there in our DNA. We can access some of them just to understand, not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Now, accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading you to experiencing enlightenment, Paramashivoha. The initiated Balasans can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, edit, upgrade, and change the Akashic records. Now, during the Darshan and the Diksha, the Supreme Pontiff blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. Now, what kind of questions we can ask? You can ask any questions related to your personal life, professional life, career, spiritual experiences, breakthroughs, healings, prayers, boons. You can even ask questions about global issues, the COVID pandemic that we are all experiencing globally. Any kind of a global issues. Yesterday, somebody had asked a question about the Israel, the war that's happening in Gaza right now. Somebody asked about the Third World War. Somebody asked about, how to solve the COVID pandemic. Somebody asked about saving India from COVID. So many global issues you can ask as well in addition to your personal questions. So the next segment, we are going to see and understand about who is Devi Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness, after a short break.
1 or 2 times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By 3rd time, 4th time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a spiritual treat. Enjoy. Spiritual feast. Enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Now, welcome back, dear viewers. Let's now enter into the next segment. We all saw so far what is Akashic. What are these Akashic readings? What are its benefits? Now, in this segment, let's see who is Devi Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness. Next slide. Devi Parashakti is a cosmic mother.
You can go to the
The divine mother, the mother energy. Now, Devi Parashakti is a source. She is a source from which all of us happen. She is a source cause. We love it chanting the Dhyana mantra, the Dhyana shloka of Devi Parashakti. Devi Parashakti is the cosmic mother who is a source cause, the source happening from which all of us come and all of us go back into, all of us merge back into. Now we'll chant the Dhyana Shloka. You can go back to the previous two slides, please. No?
Bhavani tvam dasi mai vitara drishti sakaranam iti stotam vacham khadyati bhavani tvam itiyaha tadaiva tvam tasmai disai nija sayujya padaram makunda brahmendra sputa makuta nirajita padam. If anyone has wish in his mind to pray you, Bhavani, my mother, please shower on me a part of your merciful look. Even before he says you, Bhavani, you, my goddess, would give him the water falling from the crowns of Vishnu, Rudra and Brahma at your feet and grant him the eternal life in your world. Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Understand, all great things can start only with mother. Because Bhuvaneshwari, she is the cosmic mother. Hiranya Garbha, the cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes in and goes out. Source where the Big Bang and black hole happens. Parashakti is the source of all. Understand, we all came from Parashakti. Go back to Parashakti, literally like an ocean called Parashakti. And it is like how the wave raises in the ocean, stays in the ocean, and falls back into the ocean. They all start from Parashakti, stay in Parashakti, raise in Parashakti, drop in Parashakti, and merge in Parashakti. Parashakti. Yes, you could go to the further slides, huh? Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine. Next slide, please, no? And the divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the Lord of the Supreme Consciousness. And she is the embodiment of Tyaga.
Now, what is this unique tradition about? What is this worshipping of the divine feminine consciousness? Actually, this very worship of divine feminine consciousness is very unique to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. It is a unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from Vedic tradition, where actually Swamiji briefly tell, Hinduism has at least 10,000 sampradayas, which are called, which are the subsects. If all the sampradayas are lost for some or other reason, and only this one sampradaya remains, the Devi worship remains, the whole thing can be brought back. Because this whole thing, the Devi worship is a seed, mother worship is a seed. The mother worship carries the blueprint, the hologram of the whole Vedic tradition. Swamiji beautifully tells that the sacred feminine Vedic tradition. There is no enlightened being on planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine. Swamiji says, including me. I am basically a Shakta. I myself follow Devi worship. From beginning, if you see my biography and all the deities I carved, the darshan I had are all mother-based. There's a beautiful analogy or the beautiful example that Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the great Avatara Purusha, he says, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has a key to reach that Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach.
Actually, he gives a very beautiful scenario where he says, even though the husband might be the owner of the house, the key is only the hip of the mother. So either you have to fall at the mother's feet, or you have to come in terms with these small sons of the mother, because only they can access that place, the hip of the mother. So either surrender to mother or to the people who are closer to the mother to reach the ultimate. Understand the divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa. So you could go to the further slides, Ma. The next slides, please. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone. Next slide, please. And this can happen through the Archavataras and incarnations, Nijavataras. In Madurai, Bhagavan Somasundareshwara and Devi and Parameshwar himself came down, and as Devi Meenakshi Parashakti herself came down and established a great enlightenment ecosystem. And here he did so many beautiful leelas called as a Shiva Leela Nava. And today we are going to be seeing a few leelas from what Devi Parashakti as Meenakshi and Bhagavan Parameshwara as Bhagavan Sundareshwara played. Now today we are going to be seeing a story about Yella Malla Siddhar. You can actually go to the next slide now. So there is one great Siddha who was having he was best in everything literally. And he used to do like all sorts of magics, and he used to be in one place and appear on some other place. It was extremely charming. And people were just going all guys used to just make beggar into such rich men. And it was like unimaginable things are happening. Hearing this, Abhisheka Pandian sent the king Abhisheka Pandian. He sends the ministers to get the Siddha to the court. But the Siddha said, no, I don't want to come. Now, because the Siddha did not want to come, the king said, all right, I myself will go. So on the day of the Tamil month, Pandian, the king, Pandya king, went to the temple and worshipped. And he saw the Siddha seated arrogantly on the way. And then the king asked him about his land, his name, and what he wanted. The Siddha replied that he is a wanderer through all lands, and he was in the great city of Kashi, and he lived a great life of begging. And he belonged, and all the people who are in that life still are belonging to his class. He was an expert on Vedas, and he has no expectation from anybody, but he will perform miracles and shower people with everything. The king arrogantly spoke to him and said, if you can feed the sugar can to the stone elephant, then I'll believe what you're telling me. Understand? The Siddha just smiles and just glances at the elephant. As soon as the Siddha just glances at the elephant, the stone elephant comes to life and eats the sugar cane and literally pulls the pearl necklace of the king. The king is shaken, and the Siddha tells the elephant to stop. Immediately it goes back and stands the stone, which is the event to this thing.
Actually, this is one of the beautiful leelas of Paramashiva. You can go back to the previous slide. You can go to the slides of the story of Kungili Kalayanayanar. The next leela that we have is Paramashiva's leela, testing the tyaga of one of his dear and near devotees to show his greatness to the world. The story of Kungili Kalayanayanar. Kungili Kalayanayanar was a Brahmin by caste, and he got the name because he was always holding a pot Kungilikalayam means an incense pot, a pot in which you can hold the incense, right? So he was always carrying that pot in his hand. He considered burning of incense before Paramashiva was the best service to Paramashiva. Paramashiva was highly pleased with Nayanar's intense devotion and his wonderful service. Paramashiva wanted a test so that the true glory of a supreme devotion can reach the world and be understood by everyone. So by the will of Paramashiva, over the course of time, Kungilikalayya Nayanar's wealth started diminishing. He lost his money and all his possessions. He had to sell his properties and he had to sell everything of his possessions to feed his starving family. However, he continued to burn the incense to Paramashiva every day. He never stopped. What happens is when all the valuables were sold, right? Only his wife's gold mangalyam, Tirumangalyam, which is a very sacred necklace, which is given by every husband to the wife. And that is a symbol of marriage, it's a symbol of relationships, it's extremely sacred. And but only that golden Tirumangalyam was remaining.
Actually, in Sanatana Dharma, like if that is removed, it is considered as very inauspicious, even for the husband's life itself. So the wife saw that the children were starving and she decided, she requests the husband telling, see, please take this, I give this to you. And please can you take this mangalyam, go sell it and get some food for our children. Otherwise they may die out of hunger. So she gives this. And he also accepts and takes, and he goes on the way. Suddenly he sees somebody selling incense to him. And that moment he sees the incense, immediately his whole mind, his whole being gets filled with that desire to offer it to Paramashiva.
So what he does, he forgets even himself. He forgets what mission he's going for. He forgets that he's going to sell the mangalyam to get something to the starving children. And he sees this, and in the cost of this whole Tirumangalyam, he buys that incense from Paramashiva. The Paramashiva came in the guise of a hawker and he sells the incense. So he forgets everything and he buys this incense from Paramashiva. He goes to the temple and he says, this is the best thing, and he goes to the temple. He continues to light the incense and offer this to Paramashiva. His wife back then was patiently waiting for his return, and not finding him even after the nightfall, she puts the children to bed and she remained praying. Paramashiva was immensely pleased with this noble couple. The faithful wife was prepared to put apart even with the most sacred ornament for the service of her husband. That night, Paramashiva appeared in her dream and blessed her with all the wealth. Then she woke up from her sleep and she was amazed to see all types of wealth she found around her. She sang Paramashiva's glory. She offered her gratitude to Paramashiva. She immediately prepares a nice meal and she serves her children and she's waiting for her husband to return. After blessing the Nayanar's wife, Paramashiva appears to Kungilikalayya Nayanar, and that he tells to Kungilikalayya Nayanar to go to the house and see the happenings. When Kungilikalayya Nayanar goes back to the house, he realizes the leelas and miracles that Paramashiva has performed. He sings the glories of Paramashiva. He bows down to him. So one day, Kungilikalayya Nayanar had to visit the temple at Tirupanandal. Right? He had to go there and he had to visit. There's a beautiful story behind it. One day, a female demon called Tadagai, she was worshipping Paramashiva there. She was a very ardent devotee of Paramashiva. She used to worship a lingam she used to worship a Shiva lingam every day, offering it flowers, everything. She was very sincerely worshipping. What happened was one day she wanted to offer the garland to Paramashiva lingam. The lingam that is there in front of her, she wanted to offer the garland to the deity of Paramashiva. So she does that, and as she was about to offer the garland, her waist cloth that she had tied starts coming down. So to hold that waist cloth, she tucks the waist cloth with her elbows and she tries to, but then she can't lift her hand completely. So she prays to Paramashiva, and Paramashiva, the lingam, bows down. It actually slants, it bends over for her to be able to put the garland. And that is why the Shiva lingam becomes bent. And because Tadagai was worshipping it every day, and every day it used to, for her to put the garland, Paramashiva, the lingam had bent over.
And actually, many people had tried to straighten the lingam after that, the king himself tried, but no one could do. And then Kungirikala Nayana heard that the king of the place is upset and wanted the lingam to be straight. So he goes to help the king and he tied the lingam to his neck. Please listen. He ties the rope to the lingam to his neck and slightly tugs it. And because of his beloved devotee doing that, Paramashiva as a linga comes and sits straight. So understand this, your devotion is powerful enough for anything. And he is too compassionate and just waiting to manifest what you want as a reality. Even to this day, he is the same who has come down again in the form of our beloved Swamiji, who is continuously showering all our lives with amazing miracles. And today we are also having a very, very exciting thing to share with all of you. Actually, many of you might be knowing about what Devi had revealed about the vaccines. And we have a very exciting news to share with all of you. So before we go into that, we also have some of the devotees of Swamiji who have gathered here to share their beautiful experiences, miracles that they have experienced with all of you. So now, let us enter into that segment after a short break.
All powerful cognitions, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become e-Kailasian, get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free e-passport.
Nityanandam, welcome dear viewers. We heard the beautiful leelas of Bhagavan Sundareshwara and the great way Bhagavan Sundareshwara and Devi Parashakti manifested in Madurai as Ellamalla Siddhar, and how Paramashiva continued to perform the miracles in the lives of the Nayanmars, and not just then as Sundareshwara, or not just in the life of Nayanmars, even today. The 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti are continuously manifesting through the Nijavatara, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva. And today we have many, many devotees joining us from around the world to share their excitement, their joy, their experience with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Devi Parashakti herself. First joining us on the line is Ma Kala Devi from New Zealand. Nityananda Ma.
Nityananda Ma.
Nityananda Ma, thank you so much for joining us for your sharing today. If you can kindly introduce yourself, where you're from, your name, and also how long you've known Swamiji.
Yes, Mom. My name is Kala Devi Ananda, and I live in New Zealand. I'm a Hollywood film makeup artist. I'm currently in Australia filming, and I met Swamiji in 2007.
Wow.
I was in New Zealand, yes. I was in New Zealand, and at that time in 2007, I think there were about 50 videos only. That was right at the beginning. And I came upon one of Swamiji's videos, and I watched the first one and then stayed up the whole night and watched all 50 of them. And
oh my God.
And my daughter, who was only 5 at the time, I was just giving her yogurt and cheese. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to do anything, just watch these videos. And the last video, Swamiji said, if you think you're experiencing me by watching me in video, he said, you need to be in my presence. And then the next day, I was on a plane and I took my daughter. And so that's how it happened. That I just saw Swamiji and I just knew I had to be with him. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, amazing, Ma. Well, there are so many things that I wanted to point out to all our viewers watching us. You know, if you had watched one of Swamiji's videos, you will know exactly what Ma Kala Devi is sharing. You just can't stop. You know, it's just like pulls you one after the next. And I'm sure every one of us who have been following Swamiji on YouTube will totally agree to what Ma Kala Devi is saying. And this was way back in 2009. So that was 2007, 14 years back. The YouTube channel had just started. So we started the official YouTube channel in the year 2006. So in 2007, there were about 50 videos. And that channel with 50 videos in 2007 has now grown to more than 10,000 videos. And we have more than 300 subscribers. And the YouTube has been one of the most important channels to reach the message of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to the world. Maximum number of people, humanity have connected to the Supreme Pontiff through YouTube. He is one of the most watched, spiritual gurus on YouTube. So beautiful, Ma. You couldn't stop watching until you finished all 50. And at the end of the 50th one, you hear. Wow, this is like a perfect Hollywood movie. Scriptless is like, oh my God. Beautiful, Ma.
I just have to say this, and it was during the time where we were having, there was an actor strike, so we weren't filming, and my funds were very, very low. I was living off my savings, and I didn't have money for a ticket for myself and my daughter. And we manifested the next day 2 round-trip first-class tickets, and that's how Swamiji brought me to him. And that was that's how it started. And then all the miracles happened one after another after that. That's how that happened.
So
and I received the 2 first-class free tickets is because sometimes when you're on a TV series, they give you round-trip tickets. These weren't used. And generally when the production closes, you can't go back and get these tickets. They're gone. They move on. The accountants leave. They're on to another thing. But I really pursued. It was almost, it could like 0.0001% it would happen. And I called and I called and I called and I got the tickets. And that's how it happened. Yeah.
Wow. And where did you meet Swamiji first?
In Seattle.
Oh, so you flew from New Zealand all the way to Seattle?
Yes. And I just found out last week that one of the Seattle disciples said, I remember when you came because they were saying, there's some woman coming from New Zealand. She saw Swamiji on YouTube. She's coming from New Zealand. And that must have been me.
I'm sure it was you flowing, flying all the way across the world from one corner, New Zealand, to all the way to the other end, which is, Seattle. Amazing, amazing story. So what is your experience of Devi Parashakti that you would like to share?
Oh, okay, yes. First, I have to say, since the darshan, it's like Devi's eyes are right here. They're right in front of me, and they have been in front of me. It's been 5 days. It's like when I'm looking out, I only see her eyes. I'm looking through her eyes. It's just the most beautiful experience. I was really, really looking forward to this darshan, and it was the kind of darshan where the screen is split, and so Devi is looking at me, and I'm looking at Devi Parashakti. So, that was just so powerful. And one of the things that I wanted to ask Devi is, my mother had passed away a year ago. And although I knew that my mother was in the fold of Swamiji, still I had sadness. And on a being level, I knew, but I had this sadness that I experienced actually every morning. So when I'd go to work in the morning and I'd do my puja, I'd have a big cry, just missing my mother, missing holding her hand, missing kissing her, missing everything about her. And it didn't seem to stop. It's been a year, and I've been crying every morning, sometimes at night. And then after I cry, I'm good. I don't even think about her. I just go on my day working on the film set. But it's been a year, a little bit over a year, and that's what I wanted to ask her. So when finally my name, and it was my turn, and I wanted to tell the Divine Mother, the mother about my mother, like the Maha Mother about my mother. I couldn't get the words out. There was so much emotion, but what was so beautiful is she was looking at me and she knew. And then I said, I have so much pain. I feel so much sadness. And she said the most beautiful thing. She said, she said that my mother was in Kailasa with her. And she said that, that she would come in my dream and she will give me darshan, and that only goodness and blessings will be sent to me. And at that moment, I felt a visceral shift. And then she said, I will take all of your pain and your suffering from your mind. And that's what it was. It was just my mind that was getting in the way. And it happened. And so what happened is that so much bliss exploded in me for days, and my whole being relaxed. Something extraordinary happened to me. The tears were flowing for days and days, but I was just in this ecstasy, continuously dancing, so light, just knowing my mother's in Kailasa. Oh my God, how wonderful is that? So no sadness. The crying has there is no crying in the morning, there's no crying at night. It's just such a restful place I have in my heart for my mother. It's quite beautiful, and only she could have done that, and I just feel so blessed. So blessed.
Wow.
And everyone could relate to that too, because everyone, on this film that I'm working with, there are 3 women that have lost their mothers, and one woman, because we were talking about it, and they're all crying as they're talking about it. And one woman lost her mother 15, 16 years ago, and she's still crying.
She's still having the pain.
She still has the pain, and I just think to myself, oh, how blessed are we? How blessed are we? to have this opportunity to be showered upon. And before I began with this first question, Devi said to me, I am giving you all the arts, and I'm giving you the name Kala Devi. That to me that just brought my name to another whole. I know when I do makeup now, it's just going to explode. You know, I was concerned. I was a little concerned because of what's happening in terms of mandating certain things and having, but now I know that the art that I'm giving, that she has given to me, how can anyone refuse? Like, it won't matter. They'll just, you have to find a way to bring her in. That was such a blessing to know that my name comes from that space.
Wow.
So, and so much more. I received so many. The beautiful thing is when you ask for something, then Amma says, and what more do you want, daughter? Like, ask more. It's like a never ending of giving and compassion. Oh, so much, so much. Yes. And
so beautiful, Ma. And I actually wanted to tell all our viewers, Ma, Kala Devi had a private dial the avatar call with Devi Parashakti herself. So all the Padapuja participants who have not had their dial the avatar call, you get an opportunity to ask your question directly to Devi Parashakti. And Devi Parashakti directly interacts with you, reveals from the Akashic readings. So it was like an one-on-one interaction Kala Devi had with Devi Parashakti during the Dial the Avatar blessing call, where Parashakti asked her, what more you want? What more you want? Keep asking. And, you know, she gave her all the blessings and the boons, and we can see the glow and the smile and the happiness radiating through Kala Devi's space. Just imagine you get to interact with Devi Parashakti, and she is continuously asking you, just ask what more you want, what more you want, what boons you want. So beautiful, Kala Devi. And anything else that you would like to share about your Devi Parashakti experience?
Well, there are so many boons, but well, one thing that she did say, and I had to look it up on the internet. Well, I can just I'll share a few things, and one of the things is I didn't ask for wealth, and the reason why I didn't ask for wealth is because I've been showered with so much from Swamiji. So I didn't even go there. And then I realized, oh my goodness, if I'm not asking for it, because past, present, and future all exist at this moment, it's already here. And so that was quite beautiful. I didn't ask for that. And so, but what's great when you have the one-on-one is Devi can read on your being, can hear what your being is saying, even though I'm not verbalizing it. And so she gave me some boons that I didn't ask for. But one thing that she did say is she's giving me the 16 wealths. And I thought, oh my goodness, what are they? After the next morning, I thought, I need to find out what are the 16 wealths. And I looked them up. And there's nothing that is left out of there. So shall I share with you what the 16 wealths are? I couldn't believe it.
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead. I'm sure all our viewers are curious what those 16 wealths are, because so many have heard Devi Parashakti bless that. So please go ahead and share for the benefit of our viewers.
Okay. The first one is fame. The second one is knowledge. The third one is courage and strength. The fourth one is victory. Now that one, that's one I never would have thought of, and I really would love that one. Children. The sixth one is valor. The seventh one is gold, precious stones, and valuables. The eighth one is grains. I would consider that like organic food, overflowing in the garden. The 9th is happiness, 10th is bliss, 11th is intelligence, 12th is beauty, 13 is higher goals, higher thinking and meditation, 14 is morality and ethics, 15 is health, and 16 is long life.
Wow. Everything comes under this. What more can you even think or ask for?
No, no, I will say higher goals, thinking and meditation, we think of that as enlightenment. Yes, there's nothing left out, nothing. You can live to 200. You can have everything. Oh, it's just too good to be true. There's no room for self-doubt in anything anymore. There's no room, nothing. It's all given. And then and there was more that, of course, that Amma said to me, but the last thing when she says, is there anything more that you want? Could you imagine, like after this, it was like, oh, that's everything. There's nothing. So it's such a beautiful blessing. I encourage everyone to do the one-on-one. It's, amazing.
Beautiful. Just one last thing I wanted you to share. I know you are on your path to becoming a Sarvingapita Ejaman. Being a part of Kailasa, wanting to contribute your time, talent, and treasure to Kailasa. So what is it that made you take that decision or made you take that step towards becoming a part or by being a Sarvingapita Ejaman, contributing to Kailasa? What made you take that step?
Well, Swamiji has given me so much. And I just want to say, since Swamiji's been in my life, my career has just gone in a skyrocket direction. So everything is, my relationships, everything's bigger, everything expanded. My circle of influence expanded, my bank account expanded, my relationships were more harmonious and more fulfilling. I was more fulfilled. So much was happening for me that I wanted to give back. And of course I want to give back in a way that is going to help others. So even when it comes to Pada Puja, for me, I know that the Pada Puja goes to the sadhus and the monks, so I want to help them. And so I want to give to help because I have so much, I've been given so much. I just, love Swamiji so much that I just want to give him, I want to create whatever I can to help the mission. And it's happening. And it's happening. And when I first began my Sarvingapita, when I first gave my initial, I was a quarter way there. I just gave it. And I really, my accountant says, how could you give this money? You're only supposed to give 10%. It's too much. The IRS is going, and the IRS did get in touch with me. They went because they didn't understand. I had to show the papers and everything was okay. But that came back in such a multitude of ways in my work. And so I don't think about that anymore. I don't worry about that anymore. I just know how it works. I know that's how it works.
Wow.
It's the mathematics of the cosmos.
The mathematics of the cosmos. So beautifully put, Mangala Devi. Thank you so much for your kind contribution, your support, and for coming live and sharing your experience, enriching the whole world, because we all need to understand how things work. We all need to know where we need to contribute, where we need to actually even putting your lifetime investment. where we need to contribute, where you need to take that step to support the cosmos, to support some global cause, which comes back as so much of blessings and showerings. And especially at this time when the world is going through this COVID pandemic, take the step in the right direction. Take the step in a way which can earn you the cosmic currency, which can always keep your family healthy, wealthy, having manifesting all the best auspicious things in life. Come and join Kailasa, the best place you can put your offerings, your investments, your life into. So come and be a part of Kailasa in any and every which way. Inviting everyone who's watching this to sign up to be a Sarvanyapita Ejaman to contribute to Kailasa. Thank you so much, Ma Kala Devi, for coming and sharing your experience live.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you. And before we move on to the next devotee who's here eagerly to share her experience with us, let's take a short break.
Once, Arunagiri Yogeshwara, my guru, gave me an instruction and then he asked, "Will you do it?" I was shocked. I immediately folded my hands and said, "You are God, you are Shiva. How can I not do what you say?" He laughed and said, "No, only if you know I am the Guru who is going to make you experience God, you need to listen to me." Understand? The most powerful cognition is God is Guru to make you realize you are God. Only then you will achieve enlightenment. Guru is the manifest form of Paramashiva. Paramashiva is unmanifest source of Guru. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Welcome back, dear viewers. The next devotee who's here to share her experience is Ma Carol from Singapore.
Hello, Nityananda.
Nityananda, Ma Carol. I request the NTV operator to please pin Ma Carol. Yes. Nityananda Carol, thank you so much for joining us live to share your experience.
Nityananda, I'm glad to be here today. Yes, actually, my experience about the Devi Akashic reading, maybe about myself a bit. I know Swamiji from December 2014. So it's about roughly about 7 years already till now. So it has been a wonderful journey. Swamiji is the one who actually helped me to grow and to look into myself. And actually, I have a lot of fear and lots of I have this habit of procrastinating, thinking that there's a lot of time in front of me, so I don't need to actually like say do it immediately because my life is so long. Why needs to hurry? I have this pattern myself. So and also another thing is that I don't have because I'm a person who's actually also result orientated. Because in the society, people always say that, hey, can you give me this result? I need this, I need that. So results is actually very important to me. But only recently, this year itself, a lot of things happened. First thing I had a bad fall. I also don't know what happened. So as I was thinking, why am I having such suffering when I myself is, Swamiji says that we are Parashiva. So why am I having this suffering? Why am I not having control about myself? So I started to internalize. And it's only when the Akashic reading started, the ultimate happens. I sent a lot of questions. I sent the question several times, but several times none has been answered. So I've been thinking, why is this happening? So until one day, I got this, say, it's enough. I decided to take action immediately. I don't care about results anymore. Actually, during darshan itself, some of the times I'm not really listening. I'm actually doing completion and surrendering because a lot of times I wanted results, but no results. So this click happens one day, says, never mind, whatever results, just let it go. I just take actions and let the results take care by Swamiji and the deities itself. Because I have this connection that no matter how hard I try, right, if nobody takes notice, Devi never took notice, nothing will ever happen. So I just say that, okay, enough. I just drop these connections. I say I decided to take actions and let them give me all the results because all the results will be auspicious. Instead of depending on myself, nothing good will happen. So let Swamiji and whoever, the deities, give me all the results and the happenings. So this is the click that happens. So the next day is there where when I got these conditions, I decided to take actions. And a link came, says that I can actually ask the Akashic reading from here. I said, hey, wow, this shift is great, yeah. After this shift, I got something great in returns, but I didn't really say that, okay, it's good because we get links every day. So I think that this is just normal. So I don't really take notice or do anything. Until the next few days, right, I say that, okay, I take action and pay for whatever I need to pay immediately. I ask for Akashic reading for blessings. And that day itself, when I send the link, Davies answer my questions.
Wow.
So it's just that, wow, okay, by taking actions itself, right, and not procrastinating and thinking that of the results itself, the results actually happens. The best auspicious things happens. That's Davies answering my questions and giving me the boon.
Wow. And after Devi called out your name and gave you the boon, what was your experience, Kiran? What really happened in you?
Actually, during that time, right, it's nothing really happens. It's just my continually awakening. It just feels that wow, happy, I'm happy, but I don't really understand what is actually that I'm getting, until Ma Kailasa tells me she gives me the explanation. That I think, wow, such a great blessings that I have gotten. I didn't even ask for enlightenment. I didn't even ask to, like, say, be able to live by her feet. But she has given me, she knows that I got a fear. And she knows that I actually asked for enlightenment. And she also, yeah, I mean, she knows what I want, even though I didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
Yeah, I didn't ask. So she just, I mean, she just, like, she can see through me, even though I didn't say anything. I think this is the greatest happenings that any being can actually want.
Without even verbalizing. That's what even Makala Devi had shared. Be in the presence of Devi, and then she knows exactly what you want. She knows what your being wants. She knows what your being is looking for, and she answers our questions. So beautifully shared, Carol. Anything else that you would like to share?
No, not now. It's just that, yeah, it's just very much this.
We can see that. We can see the joy. We can see the happiness, exuding from your face. It's just expressing through you. So beautifully shared, Carol. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you. And before we move on to the next person, let's take a short break.
All powerful cognitions, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become e-Kailasian, get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free e-passport. Celebrate your existence because you are conscious. I am teaching you the pure science of enlightenment. Parama Shiva Jnana. I am revealing this science to you all because I love you all. Because I love you all. In one line, if I have to put it in a simple way, seeing always each other with a tremendous love that everyone is Paramashiva. There starts Kailasa. Whether you hug each other, love each other, or ferociously train each other, the core cognition should be seeing each other as Paramashiva. That is where the seed of Kailasa starts. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist. Not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. Hinduism is greater science. We do everything centered on greater science of cosmos called Vedas and Agamas. That is the branding of Hinduism. That is the core center of Kailasa. That is the way Kailasa should manifest and live. Kailasa is an effort, humble effort, and our humble offering at the feet of Paramashiva to keep the grand narrative of Hinduism alive. To make people understand Hinduism is functional system, not just for enlightenment, even economic principles, policies, administrative policies, social structures, everything in every level. So the humble effort to keep that grand narrative alive is this Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself. In you, sciences unique to Hinduism, subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign, manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In the next segment of today's program, we are going to share with you how can we connect with Devi Parashakti. What are the different ways, what are the different offerings that we have to connect with Devi Parashakti. So the first offering that we have is that of the E-Hundi offering. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Vayapaha, Shambhavi, Sharadaradhya, Shalvani, Shalmadayini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion. She removes all the fears. And especially at this time, if there is any fear in the mind of the devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. So the E-Hundi offering is an offering of gratitude, just praying to Devi Parashakti for showering us, and an offering of gratitude. Whenever we go to a temple, you're always, if you're a Hindu and if you're going to a temple, always we offer money in the hundi. It's a part of our lifestyle. So this is an online hundi, an E-Hundi offering. So today we are all going to have the darshan of Devi Parashakti. So making an humble offering of gratitude to Devi Parashakti for coming and blessing us in our lives. For you to offer the E-Hundi offerings, you have to go to tiny.cc/Devi-E-Hundi. That's the URL that you need to visit, tiny.cc/Devi-E-Hundi. The next offering that we have is that of the Sankalpa chanting. Tayetan mokyate vishwam shaiva vishwam prasuyate chaya chitta chavidanam tushta ruddhim prayachati. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives the wealth in the materialistic sense. This is the 12th chapter, 34th verse of Devi Mahatmyam. where we offer the refers to Devi, saying, blessing us with all the wealth and ultimately giving us that ultimate wealth of liberation. So offering the sankalpa, the conscious resolution, blesses the person offering with the fruition of the desires and the wishes that he is earning for. The next offering that we have is that of the Sahasra Nama Swarna Kasu, which is the offering of the gold coin. Sahasra Nama Swarna Kasu, Nama Parayana Prita. She who likes the repetition of her various names, Lalita Sahasranama, verse 731. This is an offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It's a very special and unique archana offered to Devi, to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. Offering of a gold coin inscribed with each of the 1008 names, 8 names, and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. So the offering of the Swarna Sahasranama Swarna Kasu, and the offering of the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu is to receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti, manifesting all her different attributes, all the different Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. The next offering is that of Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu vakta prabham sinchannu purakinkini manidharam padma prabhabasuram sarvabhishta palapradam girisudam vani rama sevitam meenakshim pranadosmi santatamaham karunyavaram nidim. I bow to Goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has a garland of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has bells which is shining like a splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by Goddess Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to Goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Offer the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. To receive the blessings, to be showered by her love and compassion, and to experience her love and compassion in all your business endeavors. So if you are going through any kind of a business situation, you would like to have a breakthrough in the business, you want to have a victory, a breakthrough, success, excellence. So you can offer the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. That is the next offering. The next slide, the next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Padma Pushpa. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yes, the next offering is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus, which is available at $600 denomination. All the kalasas should be wound around the suitable thread and covered with new cloth. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, able to hear you clearly.
All the kalashas should be wound around the suitable cloth thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. Next slide.
And response. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
You can go to the one before, ma. Just go to the lotus flower.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda
Just one slide before.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. Sorry for the technical glitch. The next offering is the offering of Swarna Padma Pushpa, golden lotus, to Devi Parashakti. The cost, the Swarna Padma Pushpa is available at $600 US. Kamika Agama, beautifully, it is quoted that all the kalasas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on, or the mudras and asanas used during the worship involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, lotus petals. Lotus is a divine flower. So it is anything you offer as a lotus. It's very, very significant. It's important in the Hindu tradition. So the Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as the lotus. The base of Paramashiva Linga is lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus that is about to bloom. So here is a rare opportunity to offer the golden lotus in any size you wish, and to be blessed to have the state space powers and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space among adverse situations in your life. So the Swarna Padma Pushpam is available at $600 US. Yes. The next offering is the offering of Swarna Meti, which is gold toe ring, which is available at $750 US. You whose brightness from toe rings destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus feet. Next slide, please. Offer the touring to Devi Parashakti, adorning her sacred feet, to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of our life. The next offering is the offering of Swarna Mangtika, which is the gold hairline jewelry, Sudha Sarabhi Varshini. She who makes the nectar flow in all our nerves from Sahasrara, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully opened. Next slide. Offer the Mangtika to Devi and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and space of complete completion. Whenever you offer the Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry, you can experience this blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. Next slide. The next offering is the amazing offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which is available at $1,008. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of the ignorance in the devotees, prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeats the lotus in beauty. The Saundarya Lahari, which states that the nails have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of the celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamo Guna is darkness. In this stotram, tamas is the indicator of ignorance in the minds of the devotees, and by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. Offering the Pratyaksha Pada blesses the amount all the auspicious and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasamidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Parameshwaram. So here is an opportunity for all the viewers to offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja, offering gratitude and manifesting any reality that you want by offering the Seva to Devi Parashakti, which is available at $1,008. The next offering is the Vastra Seva, which is offering of cloth, Vastra, to Devi Parashakti as a part of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja offerings itself, which is available at $1,008. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of the ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. So, offering the Vastra Seva blesses the Yajman, the who offers all the auspicious and the blessings of Swamiji. So, please do not miss this opportunity of offering the Vastra Seva, which is available at tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Next slide. So let us take a few minutes to log into the link that is being displayed in the bottom of the slide, which is tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So just a snapshot of all the offerings that we have today, which is e-Hindi offering, where any amount can be offered. Next is the Sankalpa chanting, offering the conscious resolution, which is available at starting from $1. And Devi Sahasra Nama Kasu, the gold coins, each with the sacred names of Devi, representing the Ananta Kalyana Guna, which is available at three denominations, $75, $151, and $251. The next is the Mukta Anguti pearl finger ring, which is available at $251, $501, and $750. Next is Swarna Padma Pushpam, which is the golden lotus flower, which is available at three denominations starting from $600. Next is the Swarna Metti, which is the gold toe ring, which is available at $750. Next is Swarna Mantika hairline, golden hairline jewelry, which is also available at $750. Pratyaksha Pada Puja and Vastra Seva, which is available at $1,008. Now let us see how to offer these sacred offerings. Devi Parashakti. Okay, so in the registration form, there are two options. One is ready to offer the seva today, or do you have the intention to offer the seva at on specific dates? Let us say you may have your wedding anniversary or your birthdays, or you want to offer this particular seva at some other date after you manifest well. So even if you have an intention to offer the seva, please go ahead and register yourself in the registration form. So in the registration form, you have three things, which is interested in offering, need help in manifesting, and need more detail. CC/Bhava Samadhi. And if you're ready to offer the seva by online payment, then you can log into tiny.cc/submit the details for puja and the names to be chanted in tiny.cc